Many people have difficulty falling or staying asleep. One restless night is okay, or even two, but when it stretches for weeks or more, months, well, that's entirely another story. This sleep disorder is called insomnia. Besides leaving you feeling sluggish, tired, and awful, it also affects your emotional health and your cognition. It can even put you at a higher risk for conditions like obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. So how can you conquer insomnia then? You need to follow 5 steps to do that. These changes are theoretically easy, however, you must have strong determination and self-discipline to make it through. For instance, you should limit your coffee and alcohol. Also, getting some sunlight every morning is vital. Are you ready? Stay tuned for more details. Symptoms of insomnia. Insomnia isn't always chronic. Many adults experience short-term or acute insomnia, which lasts for days to weeks. It's normally the result of stress or a traumatic event. On the other hand, some even suffer from long-term or chronic insomnia, which lasts for a month or so. Whatever your case is, being sleep-deprived can take a serious toll on your health. Some symptoms that you aren't sleeping better are waking up during the night, waking up too early, problem falling asleep at night, daytime lethargy or sleepiness, irritability, anxiety or depression, reduced focus and attention span, increased errors or accidents. Real quick, hit that like button and let's get back into it. Beat insomnia by following these 5 steps. Sometimes we cannot avoid having a restless night or two or even insomnia, but you shouldn't let these problems control your life. You can very much get back to your normal routine by incorporating certain habits into your daily life that encourage better sleep. Let's get right into it then. Number 1, make a sleep schedule and stick to it. Perhaps the most important tip you can follow is to maintain a consistent sleep schedule. By this, we mean you must go to bed and wake up at the same time every single day. And yes, this includes weekends. To give you a little leeway, limit the difference in your sleep schedule on weekdays and weekends to no more than 1 hour. The main takeaway here is to be consistent. When sleep has a regular rhythm, your biological clock will be in sync. As a result, all other bodily functions start working more smoothly, including your sleep. If you currently have an irregular sleep schedule, this can be a tough habit to get into, and that's completely understandable. So don't be too hard on yourself. Plus, it'll get easier the more you stick with it. You'll also be feeling better when daytime comes. Set aside no more than 8 hours of sleep. The recommended amount of sleep for a healthy adult is at least 7 hours. If you can sleep within around 20 minutes, get out of bed and do something relaxing. It can be reading or listening to soothing music. Head to sleep when you're feeling tired and repeat as needed. What days of the week do you exercise? Or are you perhaps too busy to work out? Well, you should reconsider and maybe adjust your schedule a bit because your body needs to have some physical activity to sleep better at night. More on this here. Number 2, exercise regularly. Wondering how much exercise is necessary to improve your sleep quality? The good news is that you only need to engage in moderate aerobic exercise for at least 30 minutes a day. If you exercise just enough in the morning or later in the day, it'll help you sleep better later on at night. Exercise also raises your body temperature slightly, which enhances the body's sleep-wake cycle. Numerous studies focus on the effect of aerobic activity on sleep. That said, you can still pick an exercise you like. This way, you have better chances of sticking with it. Below are some of the forms of exercises that promote better sleep. Yoga. Yoga focuses on breathing exercises and posture improvement. It's also been shown to minimize stress, aid in weight loss, and reduce neck and back pain. Best of all, it can improve sleep quality. Some light yoga stretches you can do before bed are cat or cow pose, child's pose, thread the needle, low lunge. Aerobic or cardio exercise. Aerobic promotes rapid breathing and faster heartbeats. It can be classified into 2 types. Moderate intensity activities increase your heart rate and perspiration rate. Classic examples are brisk walking, water aerobics, and semi-hilly bike rides. Meanwhile, vigorous intensity aerobics raises your heart rate to a much greater extent. Examples are running, lap swimming, and sports like basketball. Studies show that moderate intensity aerobics can improve sleep quality more than vigorous intensity activities. Have you tried meditating before? Check out how it can help you. Meditation. One of the good things about meditation is that you can do it anytime so long as you have a quiet space. You can even meditate a few minutes before bed. Research indicates that mindfulness meditation is an effective way to sleep better. And that's because it's a relaxation technique that silences the mind and body, all the while promoting inner peace. Number 3, pay attention to what you drink. According to sleep experts, beverages like caffeine, alcohol, and sometimes water can impact sleep quality. But don't fret, you don't have to ban coffee and alcohol just to get enough sleep. Rather, you only need to remember 3 rules. Rule number 1, no caffeinated drinks starting at 2 p.m. Caffeine is a stimulant, so if you drink it close to bedtime, it'll stop you from falling asleep. And even if you do, it'll still mess up your sleep quality. Many aren't aware of the half-life of caffeine that's about 8 hours. This means 8 hours later, its level is reduced but still has some effects on the system. Moreover, based on a study, consuming a coffee within 6 hours before sleeping can cut back your total sleep time by up to 41 minutes. Rule number 2, no alcohol within 3 hours of bedtime. Alcohol is often used by many as a sleep aid when its effect is actually the opposite. Passing out after drinking is a whole different scenario than going to sleep. Sure, alcohol's sedative properties can make you sleepy. However, it also interferes with your sleep. For instance, it stops you from reaching the most restful sleep stage. It also dehydrates you, making you more thirsty. Additionally, alcohol wakes you up in the middle of the night, usually to go to the bathroom. Rule number 3, limit your water intake to no more than 12 ounces before bed. You don't need to avoid water altogether every night. Instead, restrict your intake before bed to no more than 12 ounces. To ensure you're hydrated enough, try drinking more water earlier throughout the day instead of catching up in the evening. Sometimes sleep problems can be caused by a poor sleep environment. Maybe you're using your phone or television in your bed, or it could be that your room is too warm. Sounds familiar? Number 4, create a restful environment. Getting a good sleep also lies in how restful your bedroom environment is. Generally, a cool room tends to be more conducive to good sleep than a warm one. Additionally, you should keep your room dark and quiet. Exposure to light, specifically blue light, makes it harder to fall asleep as light messes with your body's ability to get ready to sleep. It does this by blocking melatonin, a hormone that promotes sleepiness. Put away anything in your bed that can distract you, including your cell phone, computer, and television. Oh, and you should consider investing in a good mattress and bedding. Did you know that being exposed to the sun doesn't just help you wake up better, but also sleep better at night? Find out how next. Number 5, bask in the sun for 15 minutes. Make this a mission every morning when there's sunlight. This will help slow down the melatonin production of your brain so you don't feel sleepy. The production of melatonin is influenced by light exposure, mostly from the sun. Thus, when your body gets some sun, less melatonin is produced. Furthermore, your circadian rhythm functions on a 24-hour schedule and is at its best when exposed to a regular pattern of light and dark. Put simply, sunlight exposure helps normalize your body's pattern of sleep and wakefulness. So, what do you think of this video? How different is your current routine from what we talked about in the video? Comment your answers below. Also, feel free to let us know how these 5 sleeping steps work for you. Now that you know how to handle your insomnia problems, why not pair your new tactics with a drink that will help you lose weight while you sleep? Check out this video here to learn exactly what to do.